Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my full tactics setup, specifically my 4-3-2-1 that I've been using in FUT Champs and used it to get to the elite division of elite of rivals this week. I'll show you that. Hit elite division this week. Played first game in it last night, so managed to win it. This tactic, I find it very, very good. A lot of pro players are basically saying the 4-3-2-1's broken this year, and by that saying it's pretty much the best, most dominant formation in the game. So I'm going to break it down for you, explain exactly how I use it. My FUT Champs, bit of a frustrating one, was 15-0 and ended up 17-3. Probably the worst collapse I've probably ever had, so to speak, in FUT Champs. The last game, I lost. Really good player. It was 2-all. I got pretty unlucky on a goal. Ended it was counter-attacking and beating me. The other two losses, felt like some of the most rigged, disgusting stuff I've ever seen on the game, and very unlucky, but it is what it is. FUT Champs, that's how it could be. What about you guys, though, by the way? Do you find that the FUT Champs gameplay is just so much worse than Rivals and all the other modes? I feel like the servers in that, it's just different, it's awful. But this is my team at the moment. I'm probably going to be changing it a fair bit. I've got 370k coins. I've got a lot of fodder. There's rumours of the Hero SBC coming later in the next few days. A lot of rumours about a Blanc SBC tonight. I will be doing Blanc if he comes out. I think that he's debatably the best centre-back in the game right now. As long as he's not an insane price compared to his tradable card, then I'll be probably doing him and replacing Rudiger. Icons are really useful this year with the extra league chemistry they build. But yeah, that's what I'm looking to do in my team. Maybe get Messi in as well. I'll show you my tactics. So a question I've had a few times from people watching my videos, sometimes sending me on Twitter, is asking, saying, why are you setting up here, Zell, as a 4-4-1-1 or whatever formation I've got here? And then in game, you're talking about using the 4-3-2-1. Why are you not using the 4-3-2-1 here? Well, it's quite simple, but understandably, if people are new to FUT or not seen this before, you start in balanced. That's the tactic you start in. And then you obviously press the left or right arrows multiple times to switch from balanced to any of your ultra defensive all the way to ultra attacking. The balanced formation you start in, 4-4-1-1, is the formation that your chemistry is based off of. So you can see here, my chemistry says 32 out of 33. If I switch to a 4-3-2-1, these players wouldn't get on full chemistry. But when I say switched, I mean in here. But in game, if I switch to my defensive or attacking, I keep the chemistry from my balanced formation. So my balanced formation is purely only just to get me chemistry. I don't ever use it in game. As soon as the game starts, I switch straight to my defensive one. Like I said, this one here, you don't use it in game. You could if it happens to be your team fitting chemistry in the formation you want to play anyway. Sure, that's nice, but doesn't happen often. You use the balanced formation, this bit here, to get chemistry for your team, and then in game, soon as it starts, I switch straight away to my defensive one. So this one here is purely for chemistry, because I don't do anything on the tactics, it's all default. And then in game, I switch to my defensive one. Hopefully that clears that up for anyone who's been asking questions about that or didn't understand that was a thing on the game. Are you sick to death of getting out-teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out IGGM.com today. The best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out IGGM.com today. There's quite a few things on FIFA, I guess, that players who've played it since FUT's come out. FUT's been, what, like 15, 16 years now of Ultimate Team. You guess you just take it for granted, you just understand it, and it's always been there for you. But if you're new, doesn't really explain some of that in game. So 4-3-2-1. I use it for my defensive and attacking. Not defensive, it's just purely what I call, what EA call it even, and it's just what I start the game in. I think one of the mistakes I've been making recently is I've been starting in this in Champs, and I feel like I started going behind a lot in games because the press with 71 depth's crazy anyway. And when you add the press after possession loss, it's even crazier. But it's a lot more risky. You take a lot more risk with this. And I think in Champs, I was just going flying at people, going a bit too gung-ho and going behind in games where I didn't need to. And in the bad gameplay, it's hard to come back. So I think that was a mistake I learned from this weekend. I start in this. I switch to this if I'm losing in the second half by a goal or two. I switch to my ultra attacking from 60 minutes on if I'm losing and need to get back into the game. And I switch to this barely. I normally stay in this, but I sometimes might switch this if I'm really struggling to get out of the press from someone late on. So the formation here, 4-3-2-1. The type of players you need in it. I want my outside forwards to be quick. I want my middle striker to be at least 4-star weak, for ideally 5-star or just technically brilliant. So when I add Messi, and he's probably going to replace Son, Messi will probably be the middle striker because he's just so good on the ball. He could play the left, but he's a bit slow. Your centre mids, I want the outside ones to be good going forward. I want my middle one to be well-rounded, but ideally a really good defensive-minded player. And your fullbacks in this formation should ideally be pretty good going forward because of the overlap that you use with them. In terms of the tactics, 50 width. I like to play quite high width on this game. People love to go down the wings and do cutbacks, so I like having the width there. 71 depth. It's OP. It gives you a crazy AI press. It's very hard for people to play out of and play against. I'm starting to get a bit better at playing against it. I might do a video about how to get out of the press. A lot of people have been asking me about that. Build up, play balance, direct passing. I've lowered the width a lot. I'm finding that I'm getting a lot of width naturally from the fullbacks in this formation. So having the width a bit lower for basically allows my front three to be a lot more in the middle and allows my fullbacks to give me more width. Players in box 6. I've put my corners to low. I was getting counter-attacked quite a bit, and all I need is my centre-back in the box, to be honest. Whereas if you put it high, it gives you a slight more chance of scoring, I'd say, from a corner, with the counter-attack can be pretty bad. In terms of instructions, this is important. This is how I set my attacking one as well. I have 2 of the front 3 on stay central, stay forward, and the other is on comeback on defence and rest default. I have Leao as that in this team. He's really quick. Ideally, your fastest player will be on the wing, and that's because you want him to be able to counter-attack. Leao has 93 pace and gold rapid, so he's very good at counter-attacking on the wing. And then whoever the opposite midfielder is, so the opposite midfielder to Leao is De Jong, because he's on the right side, Leao's on the left. They will go cover wing. So if it was Figo on comeback on defence, you'd go Mostovoy on cover wing. 2 Ximenes on stay back, cover centre. I want my middle centre mid to do that, so I've got like an anchor in the middle to help keep the team in shape. And then the team plays like a 4-4-2 effectively in game. Balanced overlap on both fullbacks, cover centre, balanced attack on this midfielder, stay back, cover centre, balanced cover wing on him. There you go. There's the instructions for them. The instructions in this team, the exact same. I don't change any for these. Nothing different. I did toy with having all 3 forwards on stay central, stay forward, getting behind, and not defending like a 4-4-2. And it was good. It was probably arguably slightly better going forward, but it was a lot worse defensively, so the counter didn't really match. This formation, very similar. Up the free kicks and corners slightly, up the width a little bit, up the depth. Not that that makes much difference from 71. The main thing, though, is press after possession loss. That is a big difference. When you put that on, your team will press a lot more aggressively. Like I said, the instructions are the exact same. In terms of my attacking tactic, I'm not going to talk through it really. I'll just show it on the screen so you can copy it if you want. Constant pressure, 100 depth, pretty obvious why. Just trying to get the ball back. 3-4-2-1, stupidly aggressive formation. The instructions for it, I'll just whip through them so you can pause and look. I don't use this often, but if I need to come back in a game, I've got it there. It's always worth having the plan. This is my ultra defensive. High width to keep the ball against the press. 4-2-3-1 is very solid. You might be thinking, why do I have to stay central getting behind on the striker? You want an outlet, you need to beat the press. So there you go, you can see all my tactics there. Hopefully this video has been helpful. I appreciate you guys and all the support you show on the channel. Numbers and streams have been great lately. Hope you're all having a good FUT Champs. Let me know what you think of my content. I appreciate the feedback you give, genuinely means a lot. I try to reply to all the comments I see. I do read them all. Hope you're enjoying FC24 so far. Let me know how you get on with these tactics. As always, Keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.